Welcome to Laurel Falls, the most visited waterfall in the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. Good morning, friends and family of YouTube. It's Travis again, and today I'm hiking up to Laurel Falls. But before I get too far, let me give you some directions on how to get here, and those are coming up right now. If you're driving from the Maryville-Alcoa area, you'll go through the city of Townsend. When you get to the Townsend Y, you'll turn left going towards Gatlinburg. You will pass the sinks on your right hand side. Next, you'll pass Metcalf Bottom's picnic area on your left. And last, you will pass at Elkmont Campground on your right. And then you will turn left into the parking area. And as you can see, there is quite a bit of parking on both sides of the road, but if you don't get here early, it will fill up very, very quickly. And the trail starts here. Laurel Falls, 1.3 miles, so that's 2.6 round trip. All right, so welcome back. As I mentioned, this is Laurel Falls. It is the most visited waterfall in the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. It is located on the East Tennessee side. Normally this place is packed, but as you can tell from the wind and the weather today, it's about 45 degrees. It is about to rain. The wind is blowing quite a bit, so pretty miserable conditions for most people, but they're perfect for me because I like to get up here and hike this trail and kind of have the place to myself. It does look like there were a couple cars that beat me here this morning, so we'll see when we get up here to the falls itself. But again, Laurel Falls is 1.3 miles to the waterfall itself, so that's 2.6 round trip. Probably take you a little over an hour depending on how much time you want to spend here at the waterfall itself. But let me swing around here real quick. As you can see, the trail is paved, but it's in really bad condition. They were actually supposed to close this trail earlier in the year to do some repair work, not only on the trail itself, but also they were going to build a platform and an observation deck up at the waterfall, which would accommodate more people than what it currently does. But that was postponed apparently, and I haven't seen an update yet on when those repairs are supposed to occur now, but they said it would take about 18 months. So anyway, I thought I would try to get up here and hike it at least one more time this winter before springtime. I assume if they close it down, that'll be the time that they do it. But anyway, I think there's one really good spot up here where we've got a good view of the mountains, and then I'll give you some footage of the waterfall itself, but we'll be there shortly. And here's the view I was talking about earlier. Not a whole lot to see right now in the dead of winter, but it does give you an idea of the visibility and what you'd be able to see in the summer and fall. But it is still a pretty awesome sight. Got some rain moving in here shortly over the mountaintop, so try to get up here and get this hike done and get out before it hits. And as you can see, the trail actually gets worse the closer you get to the waterfall itself. I have seen people push strollers on this trail before. I wouldn't recommend it because it definitely gets a lot more difficult the closer you get. But I'm hoping after the improvements that they do eventually, that this trail will be a lot smoother, wider, and it'll allow for people to actually push strollers, and not only that, but hopefully be wheelchair accessible. So that'll give people the opportunity to come up here and visit this, because this is truly an awesome waterfall. All right, so here we are. Looks like there is a pretty decent amount of water, and I know we've got more rain moving in, but this is by far one of my favorites. Oh yeah, this is almost perfect today. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. And as you can see right here, there's a little bit of standing room, but I think the idea is they're going to build a huge platform up here, which will allow a lot more people. We'll wander around here a little bit so you can see it. But this does get really, really slick when it's wet, these rocks. There is a bench here that you can rest, and the trail actually goes on up above, so you can go on up further. Not a lot to see up there, but it's still a pretty good hike. I've done that one also. There's a, I think, an air quality monitoring station up there, but anyway, let's get a look here. So that's a view downstream. And you can kind of see the trail as you come in, and the small bridge that they've got there currently, and then the waterfall itself. But by far one of the nicest waterfalls here in the Smokies. There are some that are a lot larger than this, but as far as accessibility, this is the one that is visited more than any others. All right, so that's Laurel Falls, the most visited waterfall in the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. I believe just because it's one of the easier trails to hike, not a ton of distance. It's 2.6 miles round trip, takes a little over an hour to do. It is paved for the most part, and then hopefully when they do the construction project here, I'm hoping next year that it'll make the path a lot smoother, and there'll be a bigger platform here for more people to actually see the waterfall. Hopefully it'll be stroller and wheelchair compatible, and give people the opportunity to come up here and visit. But as you can see, today is a cold, windy, dreary day, but I like those days because it keeps all the people away. See how it rhymed? Yeah, that was intentional. But anyway, I do like it when I'm able to come up here in the wintertime, visit, have the waterfall to myself. I have passed a couple of people that actually beat me up here this morning. So they got here, took their pictures, and they're headed out before the rain moves in. But right now I've got the place to myself, and that's what it's all about for me. So I would highly recommend, if you're in the area, that you visit this particular waterfall. Just remember, you need to get here early. Parking does fill up fairly quickly on this one. It will get crowded, especially in the summer months when people are on vacation. So earlier the better. Wintertime is when I like to come, just because there's not as many people out. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button. I'd also go ahead and ask that you hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything, but it will give you a notification the next time I publish another video. But until next time, just keep walking.